All right. Oh, there we go. We're going to start standing up. This is an exercise class. Hopefully we'll touch on a little bit of everything. I'll be using light weights. I have 2 sets of 3 pounds. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. So starting with just breath, just inhale, open up. I'm totally backlit. So sorry about that. Maybe don't look at me too much. Just be in your own body. Inhale, open, reach. And exhale, let go. Inhale, chest, heart, and lungs opening up. Look up, reach your chest as if there's a little hook pulling up your sternum to the ceiling. And then exhale, release. One more. Inhale, open. This time, bend your knees, take it down to the floor, shift from side to side, bend one knee, bend the other. Let that ripple through your spine. Feel your weight shifting from side to side. Relax your head and neck. And then come into center, bending your knees over your toes and straightening your legs, straightening all the way up, knees over the toes, and stretch, and bend, and stretch, and bend, and stretch. 3 more, plie, parallel, and press it up, plie, and press. 2 more, because I can't count. Last one. This time, roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top. We're going to arch and curl in this position. So internally rotating and externally rotating. I'm not going to do it with my legs. I'm just going to do it with my arms. So hollow and curl, and then arch and open. Exhale, rounding your spine. Inhale, opening chest and lungs. Exhale. I just lied. I'm going to do it turning in and out from my hips. Turn it in and turn it out. Rotate in, rotate out. Rotate in, rotate out. Looks like this from the side. Turn it in, turn it out. Hollow and curl. Open it up. 2 more. Round your spine. Open your chest and lungs. Last one. And open. And then let's grab our weights. So I'm going to grab, you can go with either, whatever you've got, light weights, 2s, 3s, 1s, 5s, whatever feels right to you. I'm actually going to do 6 pounds in each hand, just because we need a little bit more. So starting with circles with your shoulders, just letting the weights draw your arms down. Going slow, letting this massage out the space under your shoulders. So between your shoulders and your rib cage, your shoulder blades and your rib cage are a lot of muscles. And then there's a lot of muscles connecting up into your neck. Think of letting those have some movement. The muscles under your shoulder blades, the muscles around your shoulder blades, and the muscles that are connecting up towards your neck, towards your head, or into your neck, towards your head. Change direction, circling forward. Again, mobilizing all of that tissue, which is not just muscles. You're mobilizing muscles, fascia, which is the muscle casings, tendons, ligaments, all that kind of good stuff. You're mobilizing your skin, you're mobilizing your bones, just getting this moving. And then coming up, let your hands drop down and then look from side to side. So getting that stretch through the upper traps. Breathing and just taking in your environment, noticing that you are safe. So you're giving your nervous system the information that you can dial down. If you're amped up, you can just come in a little bit. And let's go with bending and straightening here. So I'm going to go for a small plie, bending my knees, bending and stretching in a parallel second. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going really shallow because my right knee is a little messed up. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to push up, straight up. 1, woo, if I don't fall over. 2, 3. Taking your time to go up and down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and let that go. Starting with your elbow, big, like you're pulling on the lawnmower, pulling up and back, pulling up and back. Elbow reaching up, making this big circle. Nice movement through your rotator cuff. Collarbones are mobilizing a little bit to support the movement. So we might be stabilizing in our core, but we're not locking it down. We're allowing movement to happen. We're using whatever amount of support we need to use. Good, and let's take it down, bending your knees, stick out your butt, opening your arms up to the side, and fly. It's going 1, 2, stick out your butt, reach through your tail, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, wings of the heart, 8, 9, 10. Coming in, hands on your hips, elbows back, going 1, triceps. 2, take it deeper if you can. 3, chest open. 4, 5, stop at your hips so you have to control it a bit. So you're stopping here. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Come in, right shoulder lifts, release, and then left shoulder lifts and release. Right shoulder, let your head go off vertical, left shoulder. Right shoulder, left shoulder. Thinking of this really as being spinal movement, as well as that lifting of the scapula. And then we're going to put the weights down. We're going to pick them back up in a minute. Oh, I've got a heater on in here. I'm like, oh, it's getting warm. Let me turn that off. And we're going to open our feet about a little over mat distance apart, arms up over your head, side to side here. So side to side with the arms up, no weights, letting the fascia from the outside of your foot up through the heel of your hand or even through your fingertips open up. So that whole line of tissue opening up on one side and then on the other side. And then let's take your hands, you're going to interlace, your hands are going to hold together. So fingers are squeezing in, elbows are bending out to the sides, circling over your head. First, let's go with a fairly stable spine. So we're circling the scapula, unchanged direction. They are mobilizing around on your back. You're making a halo over your head with the palms of your hands. Perfect angels. Good. And then we're going to change it again, go the other direction and let your head tail come into it. So head is going to go a little bit with the arms and tail too, maybe. Or maybe it won't be that much movement. Change direction, add the head. Bigger spinal movement. And release, shake it out, let it go. Let's do our spirals, just twisting from one side to the other. Shift your weight in any way that feels good or stay in center. If I stay in center, I'm going to probably spiral a little more deeply in my spine. If I start to shift, then I get some action into my legs. So I can pivot towards one foot or away from it, right? Shifting my weight either to the front foot or the back foot. And then coming in, and we're going to do that whole set of weights all over again. Oh, how exciting. I almost never repeat exercises, but there's definitely in one session, but there's definitely value in doing that. So we're going to start parallel. We're not going to do everything. We're just going to do some of it. 10 plie. And this can be as deep as you want to go in that plie. Keep your heels on the floor. Mine's really shallow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Collarbones wide, back open. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then going up, straight up, pressing up. 1, 2, pushing with your feet. 3, straight knees. 4, 5, parallel. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and taking it down. Let's do circles, both shoulders at the same time. Little bend in the knees. Let us move so that your rib cage and lungs are having a little teeny bit of arch and curl. So we're kind of cycling in the sagittal plane, the wheel plane, with our shoulders, our chest, and hearts and lungs. Change direction, up and over. Breathing into it. Good. And then come in, bend your knees, arch your back. Going 1, flies. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hands on hips, triceps, elbows going back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and coming in. So I'm going, let's put our weights down for a minute. I do want to do one more exercise with the weights before we end the class. So we'll come back to that in a little while. Just trying to even this out so it doesn't drive me crazy to look at it. And we'll take it down to the floor. Well, we'll do more than one more set with weights. Let's actually grab your weights right away. And I also had, there's my block, the very cat destroyed block. Coming down into your mat. Before we do the weights, let's just warm up or roll out our backs a little bit. So you're just going to roll from one side to the other. Take your time, let it massage through your sacrum. And release your hips, relax your head, relax your neck. So this is a very, very relaxed pouring of your body from side to side, letting the front of your body drop down towards the floor. So we're giving in to gravity, melting and letting go. And then if it starts to feel good, you can open up through the middle and fold it back in. Massaging through your back, opening wide, and then folding it in. Opening wide. Or not, you can just stay in the gentle roll if that feels good. So either way. Last one. Yeah, so whenever, like if I have a back injury, or if my back is sore, if my back is stiff, particularly for me, it usually tends to be down here. Sometimes in other places, I like to spend time on the floor, just slowly rolling around. That is giving it a massage. You're massaging out the tissue. You're going to hydrate the tissue. And the harder the floor, the harder the surface you do it on. Like if you do it on directly on a wood floor, you're going to get more. You're going to get more into the fascia. If you do it with a lot of padding, you're moving and you're mobilizing, but you're not going to have as much compression in there. Like your weight and the hard floor is going to give you more compression. So if, just to throw that out there, if you have any kind of back spasm, just to lay down on the floor, really slowly move from side to side. It doesn't have to be a huge amount of movement. And then the other thing to do is also just add a little teeny cat-cow here and let your head and neck free up. So that is another way to let the movement sort of ripple through your body. You can send it like waves up or down, but letting your core be just doing what it needs to do to move. So we're not engaging everything and squeezing in, but we're giving it some breath and some life force energy. Yeah, there's a balance between engaging so that we can stabilize to do something and then also having mobility, right? We don't need to be working with driving the car with the brakes on. All right, let's grab the weights and you're going to put your knees knocked together, pigeon-toed and knock-kneed, circling the weights around your body. Exhale up, inhale down, using your breath, opening up. You could also do this with no weights, right? And again, here we have this opportunity to massage through the back of our shoulders as the arms are moving around. So we can be working the muscles, strengthening, gaining mobility, and also massaging things out and not holding any extra tension at the same time. Change direction, go the other way. Exhale up, inhale down. A few more times. Last one. Good. And then come in, just take the weights up, separate them internally and externally, rotate, feel your scapula on the floor and think of drawing them down and in and then up and out. So you're moving your shoulders, like my shoulders are coming up to my ears and then they're drawing down and in. There's a slight bend in my elbows as I go into that down position. So I'm not straight, I've got a little curl up, just mobilizing your shoulders on the floor. If you're very bony and thin and there's not a lot of meat going on, you might need more padding for things, right? Otherwise, it might be too much. Our bodies can often get used to things, but it's not always the best to start there. So like if rolling on the floor is going to give you bruises, then make sure that you have enough padding. And the same with this. If this feels really painful and like bruisey and too bony, then add more padding so you can get the movement first. It'll start to build integrity so it isn't so painful. All right, let's take it onto our sides and do this very old school one, just that up and down, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, long neck, 7, 8, 9, 10, let's go for 15, 11, 12, if it's too much, stop, 13, 14, 15. Flip it around to the other side. So elbow right into your side. Going 1, 2, long neck, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and putting your weight down. Let's come up to sit cross-legged. Can I sit cross-legged with this knee thing? It's going to be kind of an adjustment. Oh, yeah. So I overdid it with one of my knees, and now I am feeling it, which is just so much fun. So I got to find, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to just do one leg straight. So if you can sit cross-legged, side to side, stretching over one way and then the other. Inner body opening up, finding the breath, letting the arms be like the wings of the lungs, wings of the heart. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to do it with both legs open. So much better. I can't. Working where I am uneven feels really horrible to me. So I just got to adjust. Cross-legged or open position for you, whatever feels good to you. All right, let's move on from that and take it back down to the floor and do a little bit of back work. So coming onto our backs, heels in towards your butt, at least so that you can touch your heels or be reaching towards them. We're going to press up. Let's just press up. Inhale, float the arms up over your head as you come down. Exhale, press, inhale down. Let's add a prop. So taking your block this way between your knees. Sometimes people do it the thin way. Go for the fat way, the wide way, not the long way. And same thing. So we're going to exhale, press it up. Inhale, float the arms down. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. Exhale, inhale. This time, as we're down on the floor, we're going to pop our ribs so they pop up, and then we're going to connect the ribs so that the back of the body comes to the floor. So you're going to let your ribs pop and then bring it down. Just engaging right in here. Just going to show you. There's the pop. There's engage. Inhale. Exhale, connect. If it's possible. Inhale. Apparently, when people are tighter, it's hard for them to get their wrists onto the floor and have the ribs connected. It's not that we want to always be walking around in one way or another. We just want access to both. Let the ribs pop. Bring them in. Inhale, open. Exhale, bring it in. Open it up. Exhale, bring it in. 2 more. Open, let them pop. Exhale, connect. Last one, open. Connecting. And then coming, let's change it. Hands down by your sides. Lift your pelvis up. Circles with your hips. As big or small as feels good to you in those circles. And then change direction, other way. And then come in, roll it down through your spine. Take your block out. We're going to go with feet a little closer together. Hands down by your sides, pressing up. So heels probably are maybe 4 inches apart, like fairly close, so that you can lift up a leg and not have to shift your pelvis too much. So lifting up and coming down, like you're going for a march. Lift and lower. And I'm going to point my toes as I come up and then roll through my foot as I come down. So I'm going up, my toes touch, I roll through my foot. Up, toes touch, rolling through my foot. Up, toes touch, working through the metatarsals. Up and coming down, pushing off. So I'm working actively with my feet to leave the floor and to return to the floor, right? So it's, I know you can't really see it that well in this light. Maybe if I turn around and my feet are on the other direction, more lit, you'll see it. So here, up, and then coming down through the floor, pushing up, coming down through the floor. Press and lower gently. Press, toes, ball of the foot, heel. Push, toes, ball of the foot, heel. Push, toes. Try to keep the pelvis lifted as you're doing this. Taking it on this very precise walk. Up, shift, up, shift, up, shift. 4 more. 4, 3, working through your foot. 2, and 1. We're going to do one more thing here. Heels up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep breathing. 7, 8, 9, 10. Slowly roll it down through your spine, vertebra by vertebra, softening into the mat. Take your knees into your chest. Let's circle the knees. Knees circling away from each other, lubricating up your hip socket, releasing your lower back. And change direction, go the other way. And then happy baby pose. Breathing in your happy baby pose, rolling around, free up the baby. For the love of God, free the baby. Free the baby inside your body so that your tissues can be resilient, young, and hydrated. Young isn't the right thing. Youthful, elastic, resilient, so that they have buoyancy. And if we move, we can hydrate those tissues and bring ourselves into a better state of health, right? Everything is movement anyway, but we want to lean into that stream so that we are connected and alive, vital in our bodies. Elbow to knee, crossing over, going 1. Take your time. 2, 3. Gonna go really slow. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax. Lower your head to the floor, look from side to side. Take a big yawn, relax your jaw, free up your spine, just let your head, tail move, and you can let your knees drop from side to side. Easy and loose knee drops, massaging through your hips, releasing your lower back. Let go, breathe. And then coming back into center, let's take both legs up, and then one is going to reach down. Switching. One leg in, one leg out. If you want to, if your neck gets tired, just return your head down to the floor. If you feel like you're adding tension to your upper back or shoulders, drop your head. I'm going with pointed feet. I'm about to change it to flexed feet. Reaching through your heels, stretching through the back of the leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and relax down. Drop your head, free up your spine, wiggle, shake it out, let it go, breathe. Let's do a heel rock, just digging your heels into your mat, sending a wave of movement up and down through your body. Trying to get the spine to free up, pelvis, the relationship of the pelvis to the legs to free up, pelvis to rib cage frees up, rib cage to head frees up, letting it go. Jaw, neck, and tongue. Imagining you are a wave, an actual wave. So the water's coming up, the water's going down through your body. And then let that go. You can turn your legs in and out. And let's do we want to do the leg circles? No, we want to do this inner thigh exercise, which is both a stretch and I'm going to show it to you from this angle. You're going to flex your knees and ankles, reach it out, and then crisscross, beat, beat, and open. You can do this on your elbows the way I'm doing it, or you can do it laying down on your back. Beat, beat, open. Flex, reach, crisscross, open. Flex it in, reach it out. Beat, beat, open. Bend and extend and point. Crisscross, open. Bend it in, reach it out. Beat, beat, open. Flex, extend, crisscross, open. Flex, reach it out. Beat, beat, open. Flex, stretch from the inside to the outside. Crisscross, open. Flex, extend. Beat, beat, open, flex, point, beat, beat, open. Last one. Flex and point and crisscross. Open it up or don't. Come down. Open your feet wider than your sticky mat. Internally rotate one leg at a time. Letting that lengthen through the quad. You can hook a heel if you want to. Internally rotating. Let that massage across the hip that you're rolling across. So as you're coming across one hip, let your weight really drop down into that hip. You can even rock a little bit in there, just massaging through that glute and hip. So this type of work, like if we spend time down here, roll around, massaging with our weight, the force of gravity on the tissue, and our butt on the floor, we're helping to increase the density of our bones, the resilience of our tissues so that it's hydrated and fluid, right? Because we've got this internal rotation happening in the leg on one side. We could have it happening on both sides, or you can let the other one fall open, but you're just giving a chance for that tissue to have some attention, right? Massaging through your butt and hips. Everyone's butt and hips need more attention. Maybe not. Some people maybe don't need more attention. All right, so let's just take that a little deeper. You're just going to go onto one side and push, and then come down, roll to the other side and push. Take it down onto your side, push, drop it down, roll your hips, and then push, reach. I'm coming up onto one shoulder because that feels good to me. You don't have to. You could just push and stay down with your shoulders. But it's nice to have the reach with the arm as well, I feel like. Reach for the stars. And for me, when I go into that reach, I get this nice little back bend from my head to my tail, which doesn't require too much. I don't know. It can be as big or small as it feels good, Last one. And bring it in. Take your knees and just roll across your back. Try to relax your legs. So think of relaxing the connection of your leg into your hip socket, right? So your hands are holding your legs so that they won't fall off, but you're letting your legs be really relaxed and easy as you massage across the back of your body and hips. Sacrum, getting a nice massage. Sacroiliac joint, where your sacrum is, or where your spine is joining onto your pelvis. Give that some nice massaging. Juicy inner body. And then you're going to roll yourself backwards and forwards, rolling through your spine. If it doesn't feel good to roll forward and backward, you can always go side to side. So listen into your body. And if you want to take a little bit longer in one position, for example, in your plow, go for it. You could also take this forward into as if you're going to stand up. Right now, I am not doing that because of my knee. And also, I'm just having a slightly more gentle day. Recuperating. And then we're going to flip around and come onto hands and knees. And we're going to take one leg out behind us, point your toes, circles with that leg, long torso. Leg is reaching right out behind you. If you want to make this harder, take your opposite arm off the floor. Breathing. And then you're going to flex your foot in the back, reach through your heels, circle the other way. Shoulders wide, neck is long. Good. And then release that leg down to the ground. Other leg goes out. Am I going to try it? Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter. Circles. One direction. And then flex and circle the other way. Good. And then release. Come down. Curl your toes under. Take it up into a downward dog. Tail up to the ceiling. We're going to go to tippy toes and then lower your heels. Tippy toes, lower your heels. Press it up, lower down. Press it up, lower down. Press it up. Circles with your ankles in that pressed up position. So I'm circling my ankles away from each other. And then the other direction, circling them towards each other. And then I'm going to lower my heels, lift high, scoop my belly in, roll it forward into a plank. Finding my plank, dropping my head, pushing with my arms, rolling it up to the ceiling, lowering my heels. Heels high, scooping in, rounding my spine, rolling it forward. Finding that strong plank, dropping, pushing, rolling it up, lowering my heels. Heels high, scoop all the way forward into your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up, and lower. Last one, up and round, roll it all the way forward. Once you get there, costume fix. We're going to roll it, lower it down in 10 counts. Going 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way down. From here, we're going to do baby cobra. Inhale up, reach your arms out, lift your legs, bring it all in and come down. Upper body, actually it's going to go like this, sorry. Upper body, lower body, radiate out, bring it in, come down. Upper body, lower body, and into the X, narrow it in, come down, upper, lower, radiate out, bring it in, come down, upper, lower, radiate out, bring it in, come down, upper, lower, into the X, narrow it in. Last one, upper, lower, radiate out, bring it in, press all the way up, take it back. I'm not going to go all the way into child's pose, but you can. So take it into a child's pose or just round your spine up here. So if you're having any kind of knee issues, in this class in general, always feel free to do it your way. If your way is different than mine, that is okay. Curl your toes under, come up out of your downward dog, your child's pose if you're in it, and just shift your weight slightly forward onto your arms and then back onto your legs. Weight forward onto your arms, back onto your legs, forward and back and forward and back. And from there, we're going to walk the arms forward, 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 take it into a forearm plank. One knee to the floor at a time, parallel, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, twisting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take it down all the way to the floor. Bend your knees. Let your legs fall from side to side, massaging through your back. Breathe, massaging through your back, massaging through your quads, not your back. Releasing your back. Then we're going to take the arms out in front, legs behind, regular old Pilates swimming. So huffing and puffing, add a humping breath, a pumping breath. Huff and puff, big sniff in through your nose. And then very deep diaphragmatic exhale, really pushing it out. So in and out, deep diaphragmatic breathing, off we go. Inhale up and take it back. Again, child's pose or not. This is my alternate version of child's pose, so I can get that curl in my lower back, but I don't have to go into deep flexion in my knee. Good, and then release that and come onto your butt. Just mobilizing again, massaging through sacrum, not sacrum, through your glutes, through your hips. We're gonna open the feet wide and just roll across one butt cheek and then the other. So freeing up anything in the hips. For me, part of the reason to do that is so that whatever's going on with my knee can clear out. If things are blocked up in my hips, it's going to be hard to clear out whatever's injured in my knee, which I'm pretty sure I know what it is and why I have that injury. Listen into your body. And trust that on a deep level, your body knows. All right, let's take it onto the side. Little lift, take it down. Onto the side. Lift your hips, take it down. Onto your side. Press it up, down, rolling, push, and lower. Let me show you that from a different angle. Rolling, push, lower, roll across your butt, press it up, take it down, roll it across. Arm on the outside is circling around. So you have this beautiful peripheral pathway around your body with one arm and then the other. And you're just moving up into that arc. Nice little stretch for your obliques and your quadratus lumborum. Last one. Good. And coming in. I just check on the time because I think I want to do that. Yeah, let's come back up Grab your weights one more time. Just a couple more things with the weights. So what we're going to do is your hands are going to be down. You're going to come up, flip them, elbows into your side open, bring it in, flip it, take it down. Up, flip, open, closed, flip, down. Up, flip, open, flip, down, up, spiral, out, in, flip, down, up, out, in, flip. Now we're going to take this up, out, open just a little bit, bring it back in, close it, flip, down, up, spiral, just somewhere manageable, doesn't have to go high, in, flip, down, up, rotate, out, open, bring it back in, flip, down, up, rotate, open out wherever it feels good, doesn't have to be super wide. So for me, I'm kind of here in the front space. Couple more times, up, flip, open, bring it in, flip, and down, up, flip, open, bring it in, flip, down. If it's too much with the weights, try it without the weights. I said one, this is our real last one. Good. And then let's do another, just rolling the hands down, curling up and in. So this is really about the wrists, rolling, rolling, rolling out to your fingers. Don't drop your weights on your toe, and then curl them up and in. Roll them down, curl them in. Roll it out, curl it 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 in. Bring it in, internally rotate, externally rotate. Spiral it in, spiral it out. And let's spiral it in and let that go into your chest and lungs. Spiral out, open. Weight shifts back, weight shifts forward. 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 One more time, backwards and forwards, and come in. Good, that's it. We're not doing any more with the weights, just a little teeny bit more. Taking it down, back down to the floor. We're just going to stretch out our hips on our backs. Coming down, crossing right ankle over your left knee. You're going to let your hips drop one way and then the other, just releasing. I am flexing my right foot just to really keep that relationship. So yeah, so my knee, the injury is just in here. Maybe my meniscus is a little bit unhappy. Maybe my medial collateral ligament is a little bit unhappy, but it's not any huge injury. It's just a minor one, but I have to be mindful. So it's the same thing. When you have something going on, don't force it or push it unless you have really good reason to do that. Switch it to the other side, same thing, just falling one way and then the other. And the really good reason might be that your physical therapist is telling you to do that. So, or you have no choice and have to do something, but most of the time we have choice, even if we can't see that. Good, bring it in. Let's cross knee over knee. You're going to reach down, grab your ankles, draw them in towards you. Breathe. Breathe down into your belly. So breathe as deep as you can, sending your diaphragm down to push your organs. Imagining the breath going all the way down into your legs. And then circle your ankles. Go the other way. And release. Let it shake out for a second. Let it go. Switch it to the other side. Breathing into it. Melting into the floor. Letting go. You can yawn, soften. When you want to, go ahead and start those circles with your feet. And then the other way. And then bring it in, shake it out, let it go. Let's come up, legs out in front, bent knees or straight knees, walking your butt back, take it into a forward fold. So you can do this with straight legs or bent legs. If you're not going very far, if you're kind of up and back here, bend your knees so that you can get your pelvis forward. Not your pelvis, the top of your hip bones forward. Yeah, so if you're curled back, bend as much as you have to so that you can increase this fold right here. But if you're open, and if you are very flexible in your hamstrings, you might want to try just rounding your spine and then lengthening your spine. So you're getting the stretch through your whole back and then through the sort of insertion of your hamstrings. Breathing into it. And then coming up, let's put our feet on the floor, tail to the ceiling, opening your feet wide, shifting from side to side one more time, letting your head and tail free up. Tail to head, freedom. And then come into the center, shake your head no. You can walk your feet together, bend your knees or not, nod yes. Let the weight of your skull really drop down. Shake your shoulders around, free up your jaw, let it go. I'm gonna pop one of my ear things out. If I really do that, roll it all the way up, coming all the way up to the top. Big inhale. Open your lungs, open your heart. Exhale, shake out whatever excess crap you have stored in your body. Just let it go. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake out anything that you need to let go of. Shake, shake, shake. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, shake, shake, shake. So that shake is really going to energize your body also. So it can release stuck energy and upregulate you by shaking, but it can also release anxious energy so that the upregulation isn't uncomfortable. After you shake out, you can let go a little bit more. It's a really interesting balance of these two parts of your nervous system, like shake, shake, shake so that you can relax, but also it gets things moving so you're not like kind of dense and stuck. All right, people in TV land, I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you for showing up. If you have in the future or in the past,